So in the last lecture, Sheila, you recall we studied two types of organization. Line organization and line and staff organization. Do you recall the difference between both of them, Sheila? What was the difference between line and staff organization? We were discussing this topic in the last lecture, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So could you tell me, or are you able to recall?
Please recall, ma'am.
What did you say, Sheila?
Please recall. Please explain
Okay,
again.
I will summarize. I just wanted to see whether you, if you are not able to recall, I am there to summarize the things. Don't worry. Okay, so I'll recall for you. See, in the line and the main difference which is there between the line and staff organization is that here in the line and staff organization, the managers are given specialists who are the specialists in their particular domain, like finance specialist, marketing specialist. They have the specialized knowledge in that particular domain, right? So, while managers are not sure about taking a particular decision, they will take the advice of the specialist. The specialist, being specialized person in that particular domain, will give their particular advice or what decision to be taken in that particular situation to the manager, right? And then the manager will implement that decision in the organization or that solution to that problem in that particular scenario, right? But in the line and staff, in the line organization, normally what will happen, there is a structure, hierarchy, like team, his manager, then the VP, then the director. So in the line organization, whatever the top management takes the decision, the people below them will follow. They have no right to give any opinions or any suggestions from their side in the line organization. Clear, Sheila?
Yes, ma'am.
And in the line and staff, decisions are taken by managers, but when they are not sure about some decisions, there are specialists which are assigned to them in that particular domain. They give their advice and then the manager take into account their advice and take that particular decision to the problem or the situation. This is the main difference between line and staff organization. So what do you think would be the benefits and the drawbacks of line and staff organization? See, the drawback is that every time you are approaching the specialist to take a decision, then the decision taken will be slow, right? Quick decisions will not take place. Because in certain scenarios, we require quick decisions to be taken, right? Second, if we go and approach the specialist for each and every problem, the specialist will charge us, right? He is not going to give his advice free to us. So, there will be a cost associated with the specialist. And again, the problem is that the managers will be at a confusion stage, like for which problems or which situations they should take the advice of the specialist and for which problems they should not take the advice of the specialist and take decisions on their own, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So these are the problems. Again, even the fourth problem that will arise is that even though the specialist is the knowledge person, he will tell the solution to the manager. But manager, he does not have the knowledge in that particular domain. he will understand what to be done, but not in that clear way, right? So he will implement the solution according to his way, and that may not be that effective, because the knowledge is the main person who has the specialized knowledge is the specialist. Manager will just listen and try to grasp the things and identify how the things can be implemented, right? He does not have that complete knowledge. So whatever he grasps, in that way he will try to implement the solution to the problem. But sometimes it may not be that effective, because the manager may not clearly understand what the specialist clearly wants to state in that particular situation, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And what are the benefits? See, being specialized knowledge, the decision will not be mostly wrong, right? Because we are taking the opinion of the specialist person. So the decisions taken will be good decisions. They will not go in a wrong way, leading to inefficiency of the organization. Clear up till now? Clear the benefits, the drawbacks, the difference between line and staff organization that we discussed in the last lecture, Shaila?
Yes, ma'am.
Now we will move forward. I summarized it for you. Now we will move forward to the next. Next is what? Functional organization.
Functional organization.
So, for the Hello?
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 Yes, ma'am.
Why it is hanged out? The screen is hanged out, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine. No
May-
issues. Oh, it is not moving forward. Okay. See, what we saw in the line and staff organization, there is a specialist in that particular domain. Then for functional organization, again the same thing is that there is a specialist in that particular function or that particular activity which is being carried out in the organization. Got it, Sheila?
Yes, ma'am.
If a particular activity like, see, there are floormen, how to do the work in the manufacturing organization, there is some process. We need to give the steel, then after the steel there are particular cutting will come out of the machine, then after that cutting we need to put that in that another machine. It will bring out certain changes to that particular material, right? There are some
Yes,
processes.
ma'am.
But does a new worker know these processes? No, right? So there is some person assigned to him for that particular function or that particular activity, like repair maintenance, it could be painting, it could be other various functions in a manufacturing organization, right? Paint department is there, then there is a repair and maintenance for the machines, then there are people who work onshore in the production line, right? Then there are various types of works which are done. There are, after the car is being manufactured, there are people who go and check there are people who are there to check whether the car is functioning properly before we bring it to the sale in the market, right? Is it working properly? Some tests are being taken, right? So there are various departments or various activities or functions in the functions here means what? Various activities that are being carried out. Clear, Shaila? Various
Yes, ma'am.
activities
Yes,
that are
ma'am.
being carried out in the manufacturing process. So, in these activities, there is a specialist for every activity. Specialist for every activity. So there will be lot of specialists, right, Shaila? When there is a specialist for every activity, activities are more. It is not that we are carrying out one or two activities. We are carried out broad number of activities, large number of activities. So the
Yes.
specialist will be more, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Large number of specialists will be there. And these specialists will, like the manager used to consult the specialist of that particular domain. Now here the people in the activities, people who are carrying out these activities, like the workers in the production floor, they will be carrying out these various activities because each worker will be in a different department. Some maybe in a repair maintenance, some could be in the painting, some could be in checking the quality of the car. So the people who are workers who are carrying out these activities will listen to whom? The specialist of that activity, right?
Yes,
To
ma'am.
the person who is specialist in that particular activity. So for every activity there will be a specialized person, and the people who are carrying out these activities will listen to that specialized person of that particular activity. This is what states functional organization. Clear, Shala?
Yes, ma'am.
We will see what will be the benefits or the drawbacks of this in detail now. This is just a summary that what is a functional organization. See,
Yes, ma'am.
the difficulty of the line organization in securing suitable chief executive was overcome by F.W. Taylor, who formulated the functional type of organization. As the name implies, the whole task of management and direction of subordinates should be divided according to the type of work involved. Type of work involved means what? The particular activity that they are going to be carrying out, because every person in the organization will be carrying out different activities relating to his knowledge, domain and skill, right? As far as the workman was concerned, instead of coming in contact with the management at one point only, he was to receive daily orders and help directly from 8 different bosses. So you're a different specialist and he will receive order from 8 different bosses. 4 of these will be from the planning department and 4 from the shop floor. Which are these 4? We will see. Route clerk, to lay down the sequence of operations and instruct the workers concerned about. See, what is the work of the route clerk here? Yes, see, he will determine the sequence of operations. Sequence means what? Which operation should be done first, which after that, that is the third, and which fourth. Because in the manufacturing process, there is a certain sequence to the operation. We cannot hastily do any of the operation first, and then anything second and anything third. There is a particular sequence which needs to be followed. So he will determine what should be the particular sequence of the operation and instruct the workers that you follow this sequence by doing the particular process. Okay? So you will help the workers determine what should be the sequence of the operations that they are, or the activities that they are performing on the shop floor, right? Instruction card clerk. What is he doing? To prepare detailed instructions regarding the different aspects of the work. Here his role is simple. See what he is doing? He is just providing the instructions relating to the work. First one, route clerk, he was telling the sequence. You should follow this sequence. And while performing a particular work, there are certain instructions which need to be given to the workers, like if you are performing some work which is relating to safety, which is some work which is not which would impact their eyes, their body. You need to wear some eyeglass, you need to wear some safety shoes, right? Hand gloves while doing that particular work. So these are what? These are the instructions, right? And
Yes,
this
ma'am.
could be other things like while doing the particular work, don't put your hand or follow a particular thing by putting the steel inside the machine so that your hand does not go inside or outside. So these are what? Hey, wearing the glasses, safety shoes, following a particular way. These are the instructions while doing that work. Right, Shaila?
Yes, ma'am.
Next is what? Time and cost clerk. To send all the information relating to their pay to the workers and secure proper returns of the work for them. See, they are telling whatever the pay that the workers will be getting, they will be providing the proper information to them. Like bifurcation, you would get this base, you would get this variable. If you work overtime, you'll get more this much amount, right? These will be your cuttings. Like for food, if we are providing food monthly, we will cut this much amount. Transport facilities, we will deduct this amount, this much amount monthly. Right. So these are he is providing the workers the information about how much pay will they get, the bifurcation of the pay, whatever the expenses that the organization will be cutting off monthly, and some details about it. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Next is what? Shop discipline. To deal with the cases of breach of discipline and absenteeism. See, breach of discipline means what? While working in an organization, you need to follow certain rules, regulations and some discipline. You can't do anything and anything what you want. Like, even though, see, discipline should be maintained. You can't crack jokes on anyone due to their race, religion, due to their way they look, right? It is not a good approach, right? If anyone is disabled, you can't say anything to that person, right? It is not a way of conduct or the work environment which you should follow there. You should behave good, behave in a manner which should be what we can say, which should be according to the work culture of the company, right? You can't do anything what you want, right? Just because the organization is hiring you, right? You can't, if your work time is 9 hours suppose, and you are just working 3-4 hours and going here and there and doing anything, is it a discipline? No, right? You have to, you have suppose break of half an hour, and you are just not doing the work properly, not going at the work site, spending time anywhere. It is not a proper discipline that you are following, right? So there are some rules and regulations that you need to follow while you are working in an organization. That is the discipline. If anyone is not following this discipline, the person that is taking into account such issues is the shop discipline, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Next is what? The 4 specialists or bosses at the shop level. These 4 were at the planning level. They will be planning the activities. Now, at the shop level in a manufacturing organization where actually the production is taking place, these are the 4 persons who are specialists who will be helping in providing instructions or guidelines to the workers. Gang boss. To assemble and set up tools and machines and to teach the workers to make all their personal motions in the quickest and best way. See, particular machines are there, their assembly, the tools which are required while working these machines. Providing these tools to the workers properly is also necessary, right? Where it is kept, from where he should take, what tool he should use for a particular machine, right? So this work is done by the gang boss. Next is speed boss. To ensure that the machines run at their best speed and proper tools are used by the workers. So if the machine is not working with the required speed, we know when we have purchased the machine, this machine will work at a speed of like within 1 hour, it will produce 5 units of whatever raw material we put inside. It will provide 5 proper, whatever the work the machine is doing, within 1 hour it will help to provide 5 units. But if it is providing only 2 units, it is not working at a proper speed, right? So, this person will be checking, is the machine functioning properly with the required speed, with the capacity that it has, and if not, what measures should be taken so that the machine works with its required capacity or speed, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Next is repair boss. To ensure that each worker keeps his machine in good order and maintains cleanliness around him and his machine. See, if the machine is not properly maintained, if certain dust goes inside it, or some proper oiling is not done to the machine, or some things happen which lead to that way that the machine is becoming obsolete or its proper functioning does not take place, this repair boss will see if the worker is maintaining cleanliness around the machine that he is using so that the machines work efficiently. Next is inspector. To show to the workers how to do the work. See, sometimes the worker does not know how to do the work, so the inspector will help him in helping how the work needs to be done. Up till now, clear, Shala?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now we will see what are the, so you got what is a functional organization. In short, a functional organization leads to various functions or activities which the workers perform, and for each activity there is a specialized person to do, and the worker has to follow the instructions of the specialized person of that particular activity while doing the work. Clear, Shala?
Yes, ma'am.
Next we will see what are the features of functional organization. The work of the enterprise is divided in different functional departments, and the different functional departments are placed under different specialists. What is happening in the functional organization? According to the functions or according to the activities the department is performing, workers are placed in that activity. Work is getting divided into activities or functions, and the person each performing the work will listen to that particular specialist in that activity. The functional specialist has the right to give orders regarding his function, whosoever that function is performed in the enterprise. See, there is a particular specialist for each activity. So, the particular specialist which is assigned for the each activity in that particular department, he has the authority or the right to give order to the worker, do this way, do that way, or any other way which is appropriate, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Under this system, the workers have to receive instructions from different specialists. See, in the line and staff organization, what we saw, if the manager is working in a finance department, there will be only one specialist of the finance domain knowledge which will be assigned to him, right? In the line and staff organization, right? Hello,
Yes,
Shala?
ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes.
But here what is happening? Here there are various activities. So every activity there is a specialist. So the number of specialists which are assigned are large, right? Because activities are more. So the number of specialists in functional organization are more because the activities that are, every specialist is assigned to every activity and activities are more. So number of specialists also are large.
Yes, ma'am.
If anybody in the enterprise has to take any decision regarding a particular function, it has to be in consultation with the functional specialist. You see, These specialists are assigned for each activity, right? So,
Yes,
if
ma'am.
the worker wants to take any decision regarding the work which he is doing or the activity which is he doing, so he has to consult a particular specialist of that activity and then take the decision. Under this system, the workers have to perform limited number of functions. Okay. Now we will see what are the advantages of functional organization. Functional organization is based on expert knowledge. Every functionary in charge is an expert in his area and can help the subordinates in better performance in the area. See, activity wise, every activity there is a specialist and the person is specialized in that particular activity. So workers get specialized knowledge, right? And the work and the order that he will be giving or the instructions that he will be giving to do the worker will not be misleading, right? They will be because he is specialized in that particular activity, the instructions given will be correct, leading to efficiency of the work only because of specialized knowledge. Division of labor is planned, not incident. See, because there are various activities, there is division of labor in functional organization, right?
Yes,
Particular
ma'am.
specialist has, there is a specialist to each activity, so the workers also have a division of labor. Work gets divided into different workers. As there is not scope for one-man control in this form of organization, this system ensures cooperation and teamwork among the workers. See, one-man show is not there because there are a lot of specialists and the specialist is, workers have to listen to these specialists. So, there is proper cooperation among the workers. This system ensures the separation of mental functions from manual function. It helps mass production by standardization and specialization. See, in the manufacturing process, it is helping to a standardized process. Standardized means what? Particular activity, particular specialist. So, the particular specialist will have specialized knowledge and he will give a specialized process to that particular person. So, that particular person will follow a standard process by performing that activity and it will lead to a standardization of production. This system ensures maximum use of the principle of specialization at every work point. See, there are a lot of specialists and specialists for every activity. So, there is a specialization of work which comes into place in the functional organization. As there is joint supervision in the organization, functional organization reduces the burden on the top executive. See, on the floor only there are specialist people who are helping to perform the production efficiently. So the top people are not that much, their decisions don't come into place and they don't get that much concerned and their work becomes less because specialized people are there on the floor only and there is efficiency in the production at floor, so the less problems or less burden of work for the top people. Functional organization offers a greater scope for expansion as compared to line organization. It does not face the problem of limited capabilities of few line managers. You see, there is a scope for growth because every person is specialist in that activity and he will help to bring that activity in efficient and productive manner. So, all the activities in the manufacturing department will be working in an efficient and productive manner. So, there will be lot of opportunities for growth because every activity is functioning efficiently and with productivity because of the specialized person. So all activities are going on smoothly. So no much bottlenecks or hurdles or problems. So growth will be there. The expert knowledge of the functional manager facilitates better control and supervision in the organization. So expert knowledge is helping to get better control. What will be the disadvantages of functional organization? It is unstable because it weakens the disciplinary controls. By making the workers work under several bosses, the functional organization violates the principle of unity of command. You recall what was the principle of unity of command, Sheila?
Yes, ma'am.
So, can you tell me, or I should summarize? Or Sheila, could you tell
Yes,
me?
ma'am.
Could you tell me what was the principle of unity of command? If you're not able to tell, I'll summarize. Okay, no problem. I'll tell you. I'll recall it for you. See, what we studied in the previous lectures, the principle of unity of command. What this principle says is that when we are working in an organization, every person should have. My screen is visible, Sheila? No, it is hanged, or what is the scenario?
हँग झालंय मॅडम ते तुम्ही जे राईट करताय ते नाही दिसत आहे.
No issues. Principle of unity of command. See, in the organization, every person should have only one boss. There should not be a scenario that a person is reporting to two bosses. So, what will be the problem if the person is having two bosses? One
Yes, ma'am.
boss will give certain different instructions, certain different tasks to do. The other person will give some different instructions, he will convey some different information. So the person who is doing the work, he will be confused to follow the instructions of first boss or of the second boss. Or what if he is facing some problem, the boss 1 will give certain different solution, the boss 2 will give different solution. So he will be again in a confused state to follow whom should I follow, boss 1, boss 2. And again, if he is conveying some information to the boss 1 and boss 2, again the boss 1 and boss 2 will have communication with them. Again there will be some communication. So there will be a lot of chances of misunderstandings, confusions, and which directions to be followed when there are more than one boss. So what we are saying, principle of unity of command says every person should have only one person to whom he is reporting, or one manager, right?
Yes,
It
ma'am.
should not be a case that a person is reporting to two managers, because it will create a state of confusion, and he will be in a state of confusion, and proper directions will not be followed, and the work will not be get performed properly. So that is the principle of unity of command. So what is happening here in the functional organization? There are a lot of specialists. So every specialist will give some different instructions to the workers, right? 2-3 specialists gave some instructions to the worker. Again the worker will be in a confused state, or in a state in which which specialist he should follow the instructions, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So it is violating the principle of unity of command. Under this type of organization, there are many foremen of equal rank. This may lead to conflicts among them. See, many people of the equal rank are working, doing the work. Some will say the work should be done this way, that way, and again there will be conflicts regarding whose opinion should be taken into consideration or to be followed while doing the work. The coordinating influence needed to ensure a smoothly functioning organization may involve heavy overhead expenses. See, naturally, when there are a lot of specialists and everywhere for every activity there is a specialist, we cost large, right? Because activities will be more, and for every activity there is a specialist. The overhead or the cost which the organization is incurring on the specialist will be large, right, Shaila?
Yes, ma'am.
So it is costly, the organization. This is a disadvantage. The inability to locate and fix responsibility may seriously affect the discipline and the moral of the workers through apparent or actual contradiction of orders.
Hello.
Hello, hi Sheila. Hello. Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
Hi Sheila. You were saying something?
आवाज
Now am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
I think there was some disturbance. Okay, so what I was saying, the inability to locate and fix the responsibility. See, again problems will be what there, different specialists giving different instructions. Again the worker will be in a problematic stage, to whom to listen and what to be done exactly in that particular scenario. This system is very costly as large number of specialists are required to be appointed. We saw the overhead cost will be large because every activity has a specialist. So the cost from the specialist incurred by the organization will be huge. A functional manager tends to create boundaries around himself and think only in terms of his own department rather than the whole enterprise. This results in loss of overall perspective in dealing with business problems. What they are saying, a functional manager tends to create boundaries around himself. He is creating some boundaries around himself and think only in terms of his own department. So they are thinking only in terms of their department, not in the terms of that organization as a whole. So the growth gets stagnant due to that. And the mindset is also such that we will be thinking only of our department, not the complete organization. So that's why the growth in overall aspects of the organization is not that much. Next is committee organization. Just a minute. So what is a committee, Sheila?
Committee means more people getting together and work together.
There is a group of people
Group of people.
Who will be taking certain decisions regarding that institution, right?
Yes.
What could be that decision? That decision could be planning, decisions relating to certain aspects of the organization, reviewing the work whether the organization is performing properly, right? And
Yes,
each and every member's decision will be taken into account. Say suppose there is a committee of 10 people and they want to take a particular decision. If 6 people say yes, we want this decision to be implemented in the organization, and 4 people say no. But here the majority of the people are saying that the decision should be taken into account. So that particular decision will be implemented, right? Yes, Shala? This only happens in what? In the board meeting and, right? Hello? Hello, Sheila? She's on mute, I think. She's gone on mute. Hello? Okay.
Hello? Yes, ma'am.
So what I was saying is that, Sheila, so in a committee, the majority of the people who take a particular decision for the organization is taken into consideration. What could be that decision? They would be planning about the planning relating to a particular aspect of the organization, decision relating to a particular aspect of the organization, reviewing the performance of the organizations. So that is a committee.
Yes, ma'am.
So we will see it in detail. What it is saying? Committee organization as a method of managerial control has very little practical importance because it is managed by a senior member of the committee only. But the committee organizations are widely used for the purpose of discharging advisory functions of the management. We are taking advisory. Advisory means what? Consulting and taking the advice on a particular aspect. Committees are usually relatively formal bodies with a definite structure. They have their own organization. To them are entrusted definite responsibility and authority. They have some responsibility, and authority means what? They have some position or power to take certain decisions. According to Hicks, a committee is a group of people who meet by plan to discuss or make a decision for a particular subject. See, committee is what? A group of people. It could be 10, 20, any some number, where they will come up together and they will discuss a particular subject matter of the organization where they want to take a particular decision regarding that particular aspect of the organization. According to Lewis A. Allen, a committee is a body of persons appointed or elected to meet an organized basis for the consideration of matters brought before it. A committee may formulate plans, make policy decisions, or review the performance of certain units. What they are saying? Committee may, what work the committee may do? It may formulate plans. Formulate plans means what? It will decide. We should do this work in this manner. This would be our planning for the particular year. This should be our, it will keep a target. This should be our budgeted or forecasted, particular sales or revenue and profit. Cost should be minimized that particular 10%. These are the plans which the committee is formulating. And review the performance of certain units. See, if a particular unit is in losses, they will review why this particular unit is going in losses. Is that our costs are huge, or we are not bringing the raw material at a proper discount rate, or what is the problem? Are the workers not working efficiently? Are the technology not appropriate? So they will be analyzing why this is happening in a particular unit. Or it could also relate to, see, there are different products and one product is not getting sold. So what is the problem? Are we lacking in the marketing of that product? People are not aware about the product. That's why its sales are low. So they will be identifying the reasons and reviewing the performance. Where we were now, what I was reading. In some cases, it may also have the power to make recommendations to a designate official. So they are giving recommendations, advices to the people in the organization. Whatever may be the scope of these activities, committees have come to be recognized as an important instrument in the modern business as well as non-business organization. So what are the types of committees we will see? Line committee. If a committee is vested with the authority and responsibility to decide and whose decisions are implemented, it is known as line committee. See, when there is a responsibility to do something or to take a particular work, and the authority means what? It has the power to take a particular decision, that committee is a line committee. Staff committee. If a committee is appointed merely to counsel and advise, it is known as staff committee. Means merely what we will take advice from the committee. Whether to implement that advice or not to take into consideration that advice will be sole our view. or our opinion as an organization, but we appointed the committee just to seek the advice. So that is a staff committee. That committee will not have the authority or responsibility to take the decision. It will not have the power to take the decision for the organization. It can just advise the members of the organization. So that is a staff committee. While this line committee has the power to implement that decision, authority to take that decision in the organization. Formal committee. When a committee is constituted as a part of the organization structure and has clear-cut jurisdiction, is a formal committee. So it is a part of the organization structure means what? People within the organization are only the members of the committee. They are only deciding the ways or whatever particular things for the organization. Informal committee. An informal committee is formed to advise on certain complicated matters. It does not form a part of organization structure. See, very complex issues where the organization is at a problem and unable to decide, only for those complex issues we will have the informal committee. They will advise us in that matter. Coordinating committee. It is constituted to coordinate the functioning of different departments, so that there is proper cooperation and coordination between the various departments in the organization. Executive committee. It is a committee which has the power to administer the affairs of the business. Administration means looking whether everything is working fine in the organization or the particular department. It will be checking that. That is the executive committee. Standing committee are formal committees that are of permanent character. Means permanent means that they are every time the decision will be, they will be consulted for taking the decision of the organization. Ad hoc committee. They are temporary bodies. It is appointed to deal with some special problem and stops functioning after the job is over. You see, if there is a particular problem, we are facing a problem in the organization frequently. Last year we decided to take a solution. This year again we faced, even though we took up some measures to tackle that particular problem, these measures did not work out much and we faced the same issue again. So it is a complex of problem and the organization is not able to tackle with the problem, and the solution which it has implemented is not helping to get rid of that problem. So in these cases, for that particular problem only a special committee will be assigned. It will help in providing a solution for that problem. We implement the solution, the problem gets tackled, the committee is gone. Clear? For the particular problem only that committee will be there. Once the solution is provided by the committee, we implement it and the problem is over tackled by the organization, we will, no longer this committee will be there. So that is ad hoc committee. Clear, Shaila, until now?
Yes, ma'am.
We will see the advantages of committee. A committee is an effective method of bringing the collective knowledge and experience of number of persons. See, there are a lot of people in the committee. So every person has some knowledge, practical knowledge about the organization, the ways which could be used to tackle the problem and the solutions that could be provided. So knowledge from various people come into place in the committee. Therefore, many multidimensional and complex problems of modern enterprises which cannot be solved satisfactorily by individual managers can be solved by committees. See, people with various practical knowledge, lots of experience, they are the members of the committee. So, their knowledge, their practical knowledge, their whatever the things that they will be helping to tackle effectively the problem, that will be much effective than a single manager handling the problem. Committees offer scope for group deliberations and group judgment. Results obtained by group deliberation and group judgment are likely to be better than those obtained by individual judgment. Right? See, whatever the decision which is taken by a group, will be more effective than a decision taken by an individual person, right, Shaila?
Yes, ma'am.
Because in a group, the people with various knowledges, having practical knowledge, their decision will be more effective than a decision taken by an individual person. So, the decisions taken by committees are more effective. When it is necessary to integrate various varying points of view which cannot be conveniently be coordinated by individuals, the committee may bring about coordination. The management can give representation to the employees in various committees. This will motivate the employees for better performance as they feel that they have to say in the affairs of the organization. See, what is happening? In the committee, what they are saying, in the committee only, it is not that every people will be outside the organization. The employees within the organization also who have lot of experience and knowledge, they can be made the members of the committee. Right, Shaila?
Yes, ma'am.
So when they are made the members of the committee, some employees of the organization, they feel valued that the decision is taken into implementation. Right?
Yes, ma'am.
A committee form of organization facilitates pooling of authority of individual managers for making some type of decisions of an interdepartmental nature. A committee form of organization tends to promote organizational cohesiveness, group endure, team spirit and collective responsibility are the control to the philosophy of committee. See, when the employees are only the members of the committee, there will be a team spirit among the employees to take good decisions for the efficiency and productivity of the organization, right? So the environment which will be built would be a good work environment. Okay? Up till now clear, Shaila?
Yes, ma'am.
We will take a break of 5 minutes, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Then we will see the disadvantages of committee, concept of responsibility, accountability versus responsibility, characters. Okay, fine, that is fine. We will be able to cover up. We will take a break.
Okay, ma'am.
Hello, shall we can start?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you fine, no? Up till now it is clear the distinction between the four types of organization: line and staff, functional and committee, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Now we will see, just a minute, quickly, what are the disadvantages of this committee organization. Where we were, okay, If the manager has an opportunity to carry a problem to the committee, he may take it as a means of avoiding decision making or to escape the consequences of unpopular decision. See, if the manager wants to take a particular decision to the committee, and if the decision is not taken within the proper time, the manager can, it's the manager's responsibility to take the decision. So what he's doing, he's trying to escape his responsibility from taking the decision. No, this decision should be taken from the consultation of the committee, so I took this decision late, or the decision was delayed. That led to the problem in the organization. So this is this main disadvantage. Sometimes a committee may not be able to take the needed decision because of the conflicting views of the members. See, in the committee also, if there are 10 people and again 5 people are saying one decision, 5 people are saying another decision, then it is a problematic situation to listen to this 5 people or this 5 people, right, Sheila? Hello?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
See, if there are 10 people in the committee and 5 people are saying we want this decision, they are against the decision, and some other 5 they are with the decision to take this particular decision, again there is a problem. Whom to listen? Because there is an equal, 5 are saying this against and 5 are with. So,
yes,
there may lead to delays in taking the decision and may create a problematic scenario. Committees take more time in procedural matters before any decision taken. In some cases, slowness seriously handicaps the administration of the organization. See, there are some decisions in the organization which need to be taken within a particular timeline, right? It is not that we can delay the decision any way, any time we can take a particular. Some decisions need to be taken quickly, immediately, and within a particular deadline, right? Timeline, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So, what happens when it goes to the committee, sometimes the committee takes a lot of time to take that particular decision or give their advice on the decision. So, this creates problem in taking quick decisions, and that may hamper the organizational administration or the work of the organization.
Yes,
committees are an expensive device both in terms of cost and time. See, costly because the committee people are very experienced people, lot of knowledge, around 20 plus 15 to 20 plus years of experience, good qualification. These are the people, members of the committee. So we need to pay a huge to the committee. So it is a costly thing again to the organization, and time, because committee people take lot of time to give particular decisions. So the decision which are being taken take a lot of time, and again the committee members, we have to pay a huge cost to these committee members, and then it become a much costly to the organization. When the committee findings represent a compromise of different viewpoints, they may be found to be weak or indecisive. See, again, opinion of the people are different. 4-5 people say a different opinion, 3-4 people again have a different opinion. So again it creates problem by taking the decision. No member of a committee can be individually held responsible for the wrong decision taken by the committee. See, everyone in the committee is giving their opinion, their views. So again the accountability of the decision, whom we will say, if the committee members take a particular decision, 10 people in the committee are there and they will take a particular decision, we implement that decision in the organization, and that decision or solution to the problem does not work out effectively, or it does not work out in the manner we wanted, and with that effectiveness,
The decision taken by the committee is wrong. So we cannot blame any one member of the committee for taking that decision wrong, right? So there is no accountability to that decision which is being taken. While when the decision is taken by the manager is held accountable in that case if the decision goes wrong, right, Sheila?
Yes, ma'am.
So the accountability aspect is no longer in the picture here.
It is very difficult to maintain secrecy regarding the deliberations and decisions taken by the committee, especially when there are many members in the committee. See, some things in the organization are secret. Whatever the decision the organization is taking regarding the particular products, marketing of these products, the ways or the strategies it is using to improve its sales than the competitors, right? It has to keep these things secret from its competitors. But when there are many members in the committee, telling them the solution to that particular problem, we need to provide them information also regarding that particular things of the organization, right? So the secrecy aspect is less because many members are there and they get to know what is happening in and out of the organization.
Now we will see what is the concept of responsibility.
So responsibility means what? It is our duty. If I am working in a company, it is my duty that the work should be done within the standards provided by the manager, within the quality specified by the manager, right? It is my responsibility, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So it is my duty to do that particular work in the prescribed manner. So that is responsibility. So they are saying responsibility is the duty to which a person is bound by the reason of his status or task. Such responsibility implies compliance with the directions of the person making the initial delegation. In more comprehensive sense, responsibility may be defined as an obligation of the person to perform the duty assigned to him. He has that obligation to do that duty because he is getting paid, right? So it is his duty to do that particular work. According to Noose and O'Donnell, responsibility may be defined as the obligation of subordinate to whom duty has been assigned to perform the duty. If my manager tells me, Pooja, do these 3-4 tasks, it is my duty, my responsibility to do that task, right?
Yes, ma'am.
If there is a deadline and there is some urgent work, you need to work more for 1 hour, it is my duty to work. Why? Because the company is paying me for the work that I am doing, right?
Yes,
so
ma'am.
a sense of responsibility and obligation and duty comes into picture. Characteristics of responsibility. So what are the characteristics? Responsibility can be assigned to human beings only. Non-living objects such as machine cannot be assigned responsibility. So responsibility is related only to human beings. You cannot assign a machine because the machine is not able yet, is not a human being. You will not understand that I have to do this work because this is told to be my manager and this is my responsibility. It is not a human being to understand these things. So sense of responsibility only comes and will be assigned to a human being. Non-living beings will not have the sense of responsibility. Responsibility arises from superior-subordinate relationship. When there is a responsibility comes into picture, when there is a superior-subordinate relationship. I am working in a team and I have a manager and he tells me some tasks to do, then it is my responsibility to do that particular task. Why? Because here there is superior and subordinate relationship. I am a subordinate to my manager and manager is superior to me. So the work or the order or the task which is assigned to me, then there is responsibility, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Responsibility may be a continuing obligation or confined to the performance of a single function. For example, a salesperson has continuing obligation to the sales manager. On the other hand, or responsibility of management consultant to a company comes to an end as soon as the consultancy assignment is complete. See, for responsibility is continuous basis. It is not that today my manager told me to do 3-4 tasks. I did this month, and in the next month again he told me some tasks to do. Now I said no, this is not my responsibility and all that stuff. So that is not going to work, right? It is an ongoing process. As and when I am working as a subordinate to my manager, ongoing whatever tasks, whatever instructions, whatever directions he gives me, I have to follow them. It is not just one time. It is an ongoing process. Responsibility may be defined in terms of functions or targets or goals. For example, the responsibility of, we will not take this example, there are targets or goals. See, manager is there. We take an example of sales department. There are some sales people, and the sales manager or the marketing manager tells them this year the sales should increase by 20%. And there are some people who go home and approach people and tell them about the product and convince them to take the product, whatever the product may be. So the manager gives them a target that this year you should increase your sales by 10% to every marketing agent. So now it is their target. So again it comes in the bracket of responsibility. If they are not able to achieve that target, what will happen? They have not fulfilled their responsibility, right? So giving the target to achieve a particular goal is also a type of responsibility. The essence of responsibility is obligation of subordinate to perform the duty assigned to. See, we saw when the responsibility comes into picture, when there is a superior and subordinate relationship. When there is a superior and subordinate relationship, the subordinate has the responsibility to perform the task assigned to him. Responsibility is absolute and cannot be delegated. What does this mean? A subordinate may himself perform the duty assigned to him, or he may get it done from his own subordinate. But he remains responsible to his own superior in both the cases. See, there is a simple example we can take. Responsibility is absolute and cannot be delegated. See, means what? There is a director, we have a structure in the organization. There is a director, then below him there is a VP, and then there is a AVP. He is the manager, and he is, there are some subordinates around him, 3-4, around after the AVP. So the VP gives some responsibility to the AVP to complete 4-5 things, 2-3 directions he gives in to the AVP to do the work. So what the AVP will do? He himself will do it? No. When there are 4 members in the team, he will give the 4 tasks to these 4 people. So this AVP, even though it is his responsibility, he is not himself doing it. He is getting the work done from his subordinates. And when the subordinates are completing that work, he will inform to the VP. So again, it is the responsibility of the 4 team members as well as the AVP also. So it is not just that responsibility means that you yourself are doing the work. It could be a responsibility of getting the work done from other people assigned to you. Responsibility flows upward. A subordinate is always responsible to the superior. So what is the chart of the responsibility? A subordinate will be to his superior, he to his superior, he to his superior. So this responsibility direction flows upwards from the bottom to the up level. The person who accepts the responsibility is accountable for his performance. Accountability arises out of the responsibility and two go together. See, if I am a person who accepts the responsibility is accountable. Accountable means what? Why my manager can, if I accept that particular responsibility, anyone can come and approach me. Why did not complete this work? Or this work, just a minute.
हॅलो नाही बाहेरच आहे मी घरी गेल्यावर सांगते कॉल करायला किंवा मम्मीला कॉल करायला सांगेल 6 6:30 7 बरं आहे आता तरी ठीक आहे मी लावते कॉल करायला लावते मम्मीला 7 वाजता वगैरे ठीक आहे.
Hello. So what we will see, if I have a particular work which is assigned to me by my manager, it is my responsibility to do that work, right? If I don't do the work with the required quality standard, my manager can shout at me. I am accountable to him. He may also ask me, why didn't do the work with the required standard, with the required quality required, or within the deadline prescribed, right? So I am accountable for the work. So responsibility and accountability go one and one together. Now there is responsibility charting and role negotiation. We will see these two. Up till now, is it clear, Shala?
Yes,
Simple
ma'am.
concepts, nothing much difficult.
Yes, ma'am.
And are you clear on the 4 organizations, line and organization, line and staff, functional and committee?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now we will see responsibility charting. So what they are saying, responsibility charting means what? There is a particular hierarchy in the organization. The top level people will give the bottom level the activities or the instructions regarding the work to be done. So there will be various activities and the manager will assign these activities to the individual team member. So that is responsibility charting. A responsibility chart is a nice way of summarizing the relationship between the tasks and the performers. The chart lists activities that are complicated or decisions that may be made by individuals who are responsible for each of them. On the vertical axis, we show the tasks, and on the horizontal axis, we show the actors. What they are saying? The following 4 rules are important. The individual is responsible for the activity of the decision, right? The individual is responsible when an activity or task is assigned to it. It is its responsibility or duty to do that work. The individual must approve the activity or decision. Approve in the sense means what? He should take the consent that yes, I am going to do this particular activity. The individual must be consulted before completing the activity or making the decision. Consultation must be taken. The individual has to be informed about the activity or decision. Any changes in the procedures or the activities which need to be taken into consideration must be informed to that individual. Next is what? Role negotiation. Role negotiation is an important technique that can supplement the use of responsibility charting. It is used, if used properly, it can lead to clear definition of tasks and responsibilities associated with them. What they are saying? See, that is role negotiation is used as a supplement. Supplement means what? In line with the charting. When we are doing charting,
role negotiation can be used with it for doing the work effectively. Next is accountability. Accountability is simple. If I am taking the responsibility of a particular task, if I don't do the task properly, I am accountable. I am answerable. That is accountability. I am answerable. Why didn't I do the task with the required quality, the standard, or within the deadline prescribed? That is accountability. That is, I am answerable to my manager when I am taking a responsibility of a particular task. It is the liability created for the use of authority. It is the answerability for performance of assigned duties. What I said, it is answerability. If I don't do within the particular deadline with the required quality or standards, I am answerable to my manager. That is accountability. Accountability is concerned with the fact that each person who is given authority and responsibility must recognize that the executive above him or her will judge the quality of his or her performance. Simple. Accountability, what it is saying is that it is simple. If I am given a particular task to do and I am doing that particular task, my manager or the person will be, or the person who is superior to me will be checking the performance of the task that I am doing. Like, is the work done with the required quality? That is evaluating my performance for that particular task. He will be evaluating my performance for that work or the responsibility that is assigned to me. That is accountability. It relates to answerability, evaluating of performance. That is accountability. By accepting authority, a person denotes the acceptance of responsibility and accountability. Authority means what? Manager. He has the authority. He has some power to take the decisions. That is authority. So, when you accept the responsibility, when you take the authority, like you become a manager, you have the authority, the power to take the decision, then with that you will have the responsibility and accountability. That is, you will be answerable to what work you are getting done from the team members. Is it with the required quality? And will that work be done according to the quality and the deadline? Right? The person who is delegating authority requires subordinates to allow their performance to be reviewed and evaluated and holds them accountable for the result. Accountable means what? Answerable. He will be evaluating the performance and that person will be answerable. The 6 core behaviors that mark strong accountability in managers. What are the 6 core behaviors for accountability? Setting clear expectations. See, when I join a team, I have to do a particular work. There is a teammate with my manager. So, my manager will be setting clear expectations. We expect these tasks to be done with the required quality. We have these goals for you for this particular year. We expect you to do automation also. So, there are some expectations which the manager will be telling the person who is working beneath him. So, that he knows clearly that what he needs to do, what is his responsibility. If there are no setting clear expectations, the person who is working will not know like what the organization or what the manager is expecting from me. And if he is not clear on what he is expecting, he will not be able to perform according to the expectations. So, at first, for accountability, the manager should set clear expectations with the team members regarding the work that they are doing. Right?
Yes, ma'am.
Managers should clearly articulate each team member's roles and responsibilities. This helps people to understand the expectations their superiors have to them. Having defined set of expectations provide team members with purpose and achievable path to meet their goals. With the goals in place that are easy to identify, your team is more likely to meet the objectives you set for them, and you can track accountability with ease. You can track the accountability with ease. Accountability means what? If I am clearly telling my team members this I am expecting from you, and after the year is completed they are not able to perform, then I can see them. I had told you these were the expectations and you are not in line with what we are expecting, right? Then only I can tell them. If I am not informing them clearly about the expectations, then they are not that much answerable to me. So setting clear expectations is important. Providing meaningful feedback. An accountable manager has an obligation to provide consistent and timely feedback regarding employee performance. This feedback is crucial to improving each person's performance over time, which directly impacts individual success and collective team goals. Consider having a formal employee review process to fulfill this obligation. This also allows the employees to plan for their regular review sessions and bring any ideas or concerns to your attention in an organized way. See, if I am setting clear expectations and after the year end, I will be providing feedback. See, yeah, you were according to the expectations set, but not completely. We wanted these more improvements in you for the next year. So I can provide feedback to them. That is accountability. Establishing the workplace hierarchy. See, if there is no hierarchy, will there be accountability? Everyone is working with the same level. Then whom he is accountable? Whom he is answerable? No one, right? So, for accountability, proper hierarchy in the organization is important. Focusing on team cohesion. Accountable managers focus on the cohesion of their team, as employees who work well together often feel naturally motivated to be accountable to one another. Additionally, a focus on team cohesion reminds each member that they have a role to play in achieving the group goals. Strong communication between team members, a feeling of responsibility to each other, and eagerness to help each other out are the examples of team cohesion. See, accountability is not just a concept relating to an individual. A team also can be held accountable for a particular work, right? A team is completely accountable for a particular task that they are doing or the work that they are performing. So it should not be only related to a particular individual. That is, accountability should not be taken consideration as an individual aspect. It should be taken as a team aspect. We all are accountable to the organization. We all should have that proper cooperation, team spirit, and the motive to help each other so that our team grows, our organization benefits and grows, right? So that should be the aspect. Leading by example. Leading by example simply means that you should follow the same expectations as you hold from your team. This includes requirements regarding the day-to-day execution of job functions and interpersonal requirements like maintaining a positive attitude or willingness to assist others and an open and honest communication policy. So leading by example means what? I am a manager and there are 3-4 subordinates. Team members, what we can say, which are working with me. See, if the manager is only not doing the things properly, what example they will set to the team members? There is no example or motivation to do the work. Or if any one team member of the work is performing outstanding during the year, and we gave him an award as a star performer of the year. So there is an example to the team members, right? So they will be also motivated. Oh, so nice, he is getting an award because of his outstanding performance. They will feel motivated to work in that way. right? So that is leading by example. So we should also work well so that we will also be recognized, valued, we will also gain recognition in the organization. So that is the concept of leading by example. Identifying and fostering growth. Accountability as a manager also means identifying the strengths and skills of your team. To do this well, you might foster each person's skills so that they can grow in their career. To do this, you might speak with your employees one-on-one to gain an understanding of their career goals, then work to identify projects and resources that can help them to achieve these goals. See, it is simple. You should, when you are working as a manager of a team, where it went, just a minute. When you are working as a manager of a team, you have four team members. You should identify what skills each person has. What skills these 4 people have. What are their strengths. So, if a particular person has some extraordinary skill, he can train these other 3 people on that particular skill, right? If
Yes, ma'am.
a person has a lot of knowledge in a particular process or domain, he can train the other person. So what will happen? Each person will get expertise knowledge. Everyone's skill will grow in the team. Everyone will become good at the skills required. Second thing, I will be having a discussion one-on-one with my team member regarding their career goals, what they want to achieve within these 2 years, what knowledge they want to gain, what skills they want to gain, what other courses or certifications they want to take into account, what improvements or impact they want to bring into their work during these 3 years, or what is their growth plan, so that I can help them to achieve these goals, career goals. So where we were, just a minute. Now we were clear up till now, identifying and fostering growth. Now we will see what is the difference between accountability and responsibility. See, with accountability, someone is held to account for the action must result. Responsibility is more value driven, coming from within. Accountability and responsibility, main difference is what? See, accountability means what? I am accountable. I am answerable for the work that I am doing. I am answerable for the task that I am doing. I am answerable for the action or the decision that I have taken. So, accountability means what? Anyone can come and tell this was your work, you did it in a wrong way. So, accountability, anyone can blame me. But for responsibility, it is not that case. Responsibility is what? It is within. Within means what? Person will have a natural feeling, yeah, I am one member of 3-4 members are there in a team, one person is absent. So now it is my responsibility to fill in the gap, take his tasks into account and complete this. So divide the work, it is now the responsibility of 3 members to divide the work, person who is absent, and do that work within, take up that work and complete that work. So that is a responsibility. Well, accountability is what? I am answerable to my actions. In other words, one who is accountable must complete something. See, if I am accountable, I have to do it. I cannot escape from it. But one who feels responsible truly believes that what they need to do is important. See, even though responsibility means what? Even though I am doing my daily tasks, I think that there could be some automation which could be done, which will help in improving the process. It is not my, I am not accountable to do that work like automation. It is not my task, daily task or the main task which I am working on. But what I feel, if I do this automation or particular improvement in the process, that process will get done within a short duration of time and with more efficiency and productivity. So that is my inner feeling to improve the process to get that automation done. It is, I am not accountable to anyone. I am not answerable. Why didn't you do this work? Why didn't you do this automation? Because it is what I felt. That is not my daily work or responsibility which is assigned to me. Some improvement which can be brought about by me, that was my inner feeling. I felt it as a responsibility. But when it is my day-to-day work or day-to-day main operation or task I am doing, then I am accountable and answerable for that particular work. To be clear, responsibility is essential in organization. See, responsibility is essential. Everyone should feel within themselves that I should do this work so that this process will be improved, this good things, efficiency and productivity will come up in the place. Workers should feel responsible for doing good work and completing tasks. Nevertheless, there is clear difference between responsibility and accountability. We discussed, right, Sheila? Hello?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
In addition to confusing accountability with responsibility, through our research, we discovered that there are two dimensions of accountability. They are saying accountability has two dimensions. What are these two dimensions? Felt accountability is how strongly you feel accountable for doing good work. Clarity of accountability is how clear you are about the things which you are accountable. Felt means how inner feeling is there that you are answerable to do this work, and clarity means what? Are you clear that this is your, you will be answerable for this particular tasks or the work. In many organizations, strategic direction is articulated by the chief executive officer. But if he or she isn't clear with subordinate vice president in terms of what they are accountable for doing, then organizational drift occurs. See, I should be clear about what tasks I am accountable. If I am not clear on what the task or work I am accountable, then it will create a problem, right? I will assume that I am not answerable for this particular task. I will not do this particular task, right? So clarity regarding which tasks you are accountable is must with your manager and subordinate. In many organizations, this is done, right? From Chief Financial Officer to Chief Operations Officer through the VP level rules, each VP looks at work through her or his own unique filter, impacting how they execute and set priorities. Clarity of accountability starting at the very top and throughout the organization ensures everyone is pulling the company in the same direction. Everyone is pulling in the same direction means what? Accountability means what? Answerable. I need to do that work or with the required quality, standard and deadline. So if everyone is accountable, the organization is growing, the work is being done efficiently, right? When this happens, smart decision making occurs and employees take initiatives with certainty that they are helping the organization to do the work that is most important. Hello? We'll continue.
Yes,
Shana.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Next is what? Just a minute. Delegation of authority. See, delegation means what? I am a manager. I know we need to do these activities. I have the 4 team members. So, I will be dividing the activities and the tasks and assigning or making each of the team member responsible for a particular task. Right? Hello?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
So that is delegation of authority. So it will be my duty to assign the task to each of the team member and which task needs to be done by which team member. See, if a person is experienced, I will give him complex or difficult tasks. Person is new, fresher, only very less experience, I will give some easy or average, intermediate level tasks to that person, right? So that is
Yes, ma'am.
delegation of authority. Delegation is the act of assigning formal authority and responsibility for completion of specific tasks to a subordinate. Delegation has 3 elements: authority, responsibility and accountability. Authority means what? I have the power to take the decision, to assign the task. Responsibility, I also have the responsibility whether the task is being done by the subordinate, to check it, to review it, right? And accountability, even though I am getting the work done from the 4 team members, it is my accountability. I am also accountable to my manager whether the work is done, right? That is delegation of authority. Concept of authority in management. What they are saying? In management, authority may be defined as the right to guide and direct the action of others to secure from them responses which are appropriate to the attainment of the goals of organization. It is the right to utilize organization resources and to make decisions. Authority means what they are saying. I have the power to take decisions, right? Because the
Yes, sir.
organization has given me the authority as a manager. I have the responsibility to get the work done, right? So this authority, what it is doing? It is giving you the power to make decisions, to get the work done. Also it is making you responsible and accountable. Even though you have the authority, you are also responsible. You are also accountable to your manager, right? And also you have the power to direct the team member in a particular situation. That this is not working this way, what we should do? To guide. The manager will be guiding them, right? And you also have the right to use the organization's resources, how they will be utilized. Authority is the right to decide, to direct others and to perform certain duties in achieving organizational goals. It refers to right to make decisions and to get the decisions carried out. It is the right to act. According to Bernard, authority is the character of communication order in a formal organization by virtue which is accepted by a contributor to or member of the organization as generating the action he contributes, that is, as governing or determining what he does or is not to do so far as the organization is concerned. What it is? Authority is the power to take the decisions, to direct the team members, that is authority. In classical view, authority originates at some very high level of society and then is lawfully passed down from level to level. See, the people on the top have more authority, that is the director, then the VP, AVP. People in the down hierarchy in the organization has less authority, that is less power to make decisions.
Usually, management have a right to give lawful orders and subordinates have an obligation to obey. That is what I said. Top people have more authority. People within or at the bottom of the organization, which are at the lower level of the organization, have less authority. Usually, according to the acceptance viewpoint, whether or not authority is present in any particular law or order is maintained by the receiver, not the issuer of the order. See, when the top people give they have the authority to give certain directions to the people at the bottom, they have to follow certain, the people at the bottom have to receive the order. Receive the order means what? Follow the order. It is not the responsibility of the top people to ensure that the people at the bottom are following the order. It is the responsibility of people at the bottom level to follow the order. The people at the top will not ensure that these people are following the orders or not. What is next? Characteristics of authority. What are the main characteristics of authority? The authority given at position is legal and legitimate. Legal and legitimate means what? The organization has given them a legal right to take that particular decision, to give the directions, to guide, right? So it is a legal thing, legitimate thing. It is not something that they are by their own power, I will dictate to you, I will tell you this, you have to follow. Like, they are not doing it on their own. They are doing it because the organization has given them the power to take the decisions, to guide, right? So it is a legal thing. The authority right enjoyed by a position is not unlimited. See, means what? The organization has given the power or the authority to the manager to take certain decisions, to guide the team members, means it is not that he can do anything. I am a manager, I will do anything beyond the power which is assigned to him by the organization, right? He can take decisions, guide the team members within the limit, within the power which is given to him by the organization. Not beyond that. He can't do anything, whatever he wants, because he has the authority or the position, right? The extent and the limits of authority of a position are defined in advance. The position holder is expected to use his authority as per the rules, regulations, policies and norms of the organization. See, he has to follow the rules, regulations of the organization and take the decisions within that rules and regulations and within his authority only. If he is given authority, it doesn't mean that he can do anything, whatever he wants, right? He has to take the decision within the rules, regulations of the organization, follow them, and he has the authority to do things within his limit only, not unlimited beyond his limit. Authority is a relationship between two individuals, one superior and another subordinate. See, authority comes into picture when there is a relationship of superior and subordinate. There is someone who is superior to me and I am accountable, answerable to him for the work that I am doing. So then there is a authority which comes into place. Authority is used to achieve organization goals. See, what is the purpose of giving authority to a person? Authority means what? The power to take decisions, to guide the team members. So, what is the purpose to give the power to a manager to take decisions, to guide this? The main purpose is that he should take the decisions in such a way that in turn the organization goals or the organization benefits and the productivity and efficiency is gained. So main purpose of giving the authority to the manager is what? The organizational goals or objectives are achieved. actions and behavior of his subordinates. It provides the basis of getting things done. See, if I am having the authority or power as a manager, I also have the power to get the work done from other people. Authority is also the means of coordination in an organization. Lines of authority serve to link and integrate the various parts of the organization to achieve common goals. Authority gives right of decision making because a manager can give orders only when he decides what his subordinates should or should not do. Authority gives rights of decision making. Authority is what? Authority gives the manager the right, the power to take decisions. Right? So, but he should know what and guide the subordinates. So while doing this, he should know what his subordinates can do and what his team members cannot do. Because if it does not, there is not a clear distinction between what the subordinates can, what his team members can do and what his team members cannot do, he cannot give them the proper instructions or guide them. Authority in itself is an objective thing, but its existence is subjective. Its exercise depends upon the personality of factors who can use it on the subordinates with whom it is exercised. See, it is a subjective thing. Subjective means what? It differs from person to person. Every manager's way of working, getting the things done from the subordinate is different, right? Because every person has different attitudes, different way of thinking and different opinion, right? So, the authority will be different from the way of dealing in that authority process will be a subjective process, will vary from every manager to manager because every person has different opinions, attitudes and way of thinking. Okay? We will end it up for today. Line and staff authority, and what topics are left now? Line and staff authority, steps in the process of delegation and span of management, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So we will complete this in the next lecture
Okay, ma'am.
because it is 5:30. We will end up for today. Up till now,
Yes,
everything
ma'am.
clear, Shaila?
Yes, ma'am.
In detail, I took the difference between the line and staff and committee and functional, right?
Functional.
These things also I am taking up in detail only.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Chalo then, bye.
Bye, ma'am.
Goodbye.